COST stock analysis. Overview and trend. COST has shown significant volatility over the past 3 months, reaching a high of 1,067.08 on June 3 and a low of 933.49 on July 28. The stock closed at 980.98 on August 8, representing a decline of approximately 8.1% from its 3-month high. The price action reveals a period of consolidation followed by a sharp decline in July, with a partial recovery in early August. The stock has been trading in a range between approximately 930 and 990 in recent sessions, showing signs of stabilization after the July decline. The overall trend appears to be in a corrective phase within a longer-term uptrend, with the current price action suggesting potential bottoming formation. Price volume. Volume patterns for COST provide important insights into the price movements. The highest volume occurred on May 30th with 5,403,837 shares traded during an upward move to 1,040.18, suggesting strong buying interest at that time. Another significant volume spike was seen on July 24th with 2,937,654 shares, coinciding with a decline to 933.80. Recent trading sessions have shown moderate volume, indicating balanced participation. The on-balance volume, OBV, at 2,287,843 shows accumulation despite the recent price decline, suggesting underlying strength. The Chaikin oscillator at 827,109.38 indicates positive money flow, supporting the view that institutional investors may be accumulating positions at current levels. The volume pattern during the decline shows less panic selling compared to other analyzed stocks, suggesting more controlled distribution. Moving averages EMA and SMA. COST currently trades above most short-term moving averages but below some key medium and long-term averages, indicating a mixed technical picture. The 5-period SMA at 965.20 and EMA at 967.76 are below the current price, providing immediate support. The 10-period SMA at 951.42 and EMA at 959.20 are also below the current price. The 20-period SMA at 950.93 and EMA at 958.33 are below current price, representing short-term support. Notably, the 50-period SMA at 979.70 is slightly below the current price, while the 50-period EMA at 970.07 is above the current price. Longer-term averages show the 200-period SMA at 969.82 and EMA at 967.80, both below the current price. The price being above most moving averages suggests the recent decline may be a correction within a longer-term uptrend. The alignment of moving averages shows the stock in a consolidation phase with potential for upward movement. Technical indicators by groups. Momentum indicators present a mixed but generally positive picture for COST. The MACD at -2.8966 is above its signal line at -9.2315 with a positive histogram of 6.3348, suggesting improving momentum. The 14-period Relative Strength Index, RSI, at 59.70 is in neutral territory, indicating balanced supply and demand. The Williams percent range at -11.42 suggests overbought conditions but not extreme levels. The stochastic oscillator shows the 15-period K at 74.59 and D at 51.74, indicating bullish momentum. The Commodity Channel Index, CCI, at 165.97 indicates strong upward momentum. Volatility indicators show the average true range, ATR, at 14.90, reflecting moderate to high volatility. Bollinger Bands display the upper band at 982.99, middle band at 950.93, and lower band at 918.88, with the current price near the upper band suggesting strength. The parabolic SAR at 937.37 acts as dynamic support below the current price. Trend indicators show ADX at 23.24, indicating a moderate trend strength, while a rune up at 8.00 and a rune down at 76.00 suggest the stock is in a consolidation phase. Linear regression. Linear regression analysis for cost shows a slightly positive slope over the 3-month period, with the current price trading above the regression line. The standard deviation channels have remained relatively stable, indicating consistent volatility without extreme deviations. The regression-based forecast projects continued sideways to slightly upward movement in the near term. The current price position above the regression line suggests potential for further upside if the current momentum continues. The linear regression analysis supports the view that cost is in a consolidation phase with a slight upward bias, potentially forming a bottom for the next upward move. The R-squared value would be moderate, suggesting the trend explains a portion but not all of the price movement, with other factors influencing the stock. Next trading day opening forecast. Based on the current technical setup, cost is likely to open near the previous close of 980.98 with potential for a slight gap up. The improving momentum indicators and position above key moving averages suggest bullish sentiment is developing. The positive MACD histogram and RSI in neutral territory support the possibility of an upward opening. A gap up toward the 985 to 990 range appears probable, with potential for early buying pressure if the market opens above key resistance levels. The overnight futures market and pre-market indicators will be important, but the technical setup suggests a positive bias for the opening. The stock may test the 985 resistance zone early in the session if there's initial strength. Resistance and support analysis and intraday movement styles. Cost faces immediate resistance at the upper Bollinger Band around 982.99, followed by stronger resistance at the recent high around 988.20. The psychological 1000 level presents significant resistance. On the support side, the 5-period moving average around 965.20 provides immediate support, with the next major support around 950.93, 20-period SMA, and 937.37, parabolic SAR. The current price at 980.98 is approximately 0.2% below the nearest resistance at 982.99 and 1.6% above the immediate support at 965.20. This positioning suggests potential for an attempt to test resistance levels. Intraday movements are likely to be characterized by steady advances on moderate volume with possible pullbacks near resistance levels. The stock may experience increased volatility around the 985 psychological level, particularly if approached from below. Intraday high and low values based on ATR 14. With the 14-period average true range, ATR, at 14.90, cost's expected intraday range is approximately 980.98 plus or minus 14.90. This suggests a potential high around 995.88 and a potential low around 966.08. Given the current improving momentum and position above key moving averages, the actual movement may be skewed toward the upper end of this range. The stock is likely to experience moderate volatility throughout the session, with potential for tests of both support and resistance levels. If the stock opens near current levels, it may initially test resistance around 985 to 988 before facing some profit taking, then find support near 975 to 980. The ATR value suggests significant intraday volatility, presenting trading opportunities within the range. The middle of the expected range around 980.98 could act as a pivot point for intraday direction. Possible scenarios. The most probable scenario for cost is continued upward movement with the stock testing the 988 to 995 resistance zone. A breakout above 1000 could signal a resumption of the uptrend with potential to test the 1050 to 1060 resistance zone. Conversely, a breakdown below 965 could accelerate losses toward the 950 support level and potentially 920. Given the improving momentum indicators and position above key moving averages, a bullish scenario appears more likely than a bearish one. A bullish scenario would require increasing volume on up days and a close above the recent high at 988.20. A bearish scenario would need sustained closes below 965 with increasing volume. A neutral scenario would involve range-bound trading between 965 and 990 as the market digests the recent recovery. The wildcard scenario would be a sector-wide rotation that could either boost retail stocks or weigh on them, significantly